Hi guys, and welcome to a quick reading on the Ace of Cups, which showed a little bit up on the all of signs I just did, but yeah, we're doing this reading just for the fun of it. It is a collective reading, so if you don't like collective readings, leave it. What are we doing here? Well, let me tell you. We're taking the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a new love opportunity. Sorry, I just thought, oh God, what did I just push on there on my computer? No, no, this is a loan opportunity in whatever form. I can't really pick up on whether or not it's your own heart opening up, or it's a new opportunity coming in, or if it's just we're looking into someone who may come in a few years or whatever. We're just looking into it, right? Because I feel like it. It showed up in the reading here. Take what you want from the reading. Leave it behind if you don't want it. This could have a lot to do with loving yourself if you're doing spiritual work right now, or someone or something new if you just met someone. It has to do with new, okay? And we're looking into it. It's not really a stalker of the week. It's not really. It is a stalker card. It's more like a curiosity card. That's what I'm being pulled towards it because of curiosity, actually. So, show me. Alright, let's get to it. What do you have? Overall message. We're going all intuitive on this one, guys. What do we have here? Show me. The collective. A parent, a review, and sensitive dreamer, and the art of learning to set up boundaries. Parental review. What the hell did I mean when I went into that? It's basically a matter here about alright, we're going deep, okay? And sensitive dreamer. This is about accepting yourself and the differences in others. I'm picking up here on it being a matter of going back, looking over how you grew up or what you have been through further back than just, in terms of just the recent partnership or romantic connection here. It goes back into looking at childhood patterns and questioning a little bit whether or not you were always in situations where you felt as though it was safe to express the sensitive side of you. It does not have to be your parents. This is not a matter of saying, oh, your parents suck. It really does not. You can have amazing parents, and if you are a sensitive dreamer, which is, by the way, can be something it can actually be it's a biological thing, genetic thing, where you can be more sensitive in the sense senses are physical, right? Meaning that you can have, right, Google it, okay? It's called highly sensitive. You can have reactions that can appear to others who do not have that high sensitivity as over the top or hysteria or whatever. I don't know how. It's so far there are not many cases of it, but like a lot of other conditions out there, which we put into boxes so people have something to navigate with. There are probably more cases than we know, and one of the reasons why I have put that into this deck here is because I have seen a lot happen in men. Since it doesn't have to be that you are, by the way, that you are extra sensitive, it also has a lot to do here, this sensitive dreamer, but typically in men I have seen, or just people who grew up in very masculine environments where emotions were not really that emphasized, right? Struggle a little bit here with feeling as though they could have been feeling safe with expressing forms of sensitivity. It's the typical of boys teasing each other of you sissy, right? So it's more here about going back in that line of history and figuring out, where did I feel validated? Where did I feel as though I could be express myself? And that is kind of needed here. We need to do that work if we have blockages in our heart. And it's not a matter of looking back and saying my parents were bad. For some, yes, they were. And for others, it's just a matter of recognizing that no one's perfect, right? Because especially, for instance, in cases with that highly sensitivity, how were the parents supposed to know, by the way, right? Because it was not depending on when you grew up. A lot of people don't know this. So yeah, That's what I got there. And then we have meaningful and effective boundaries. When you are sensitive, it's actually a little bit... Alright, let's say it like this. If you don't have a balanced connection with your emotional core, with your emotions, either when you are too hard or too harsh or too chaotic, in the sense with chaos being you do not know how to set up meaningful boundaries, then you can float all over. Right? And what's the mechanism for dealing with that? You set up too high boundaries. It's a matter here, the reason why we do that spiritual work here and going back and looking into whatever conditioned you is also to figure out why we do what we do, how we do it, whatever. It's a matter of accepting yourself and also learning to set meaningful boundaries. Meaningful boundaries being that you know why you're doing it and you're not doing it just because you have to block your heart, but you know, I'm setting these boundaries because I gotta respect myself and accept myself in this way, and it's meaningful because I know it will lead me in this direction. All right, let's see. Give me one more here for how it played out in your past. What has led you before the Ace of Cups? There was a connection in your life, and what is in it right now? There we have an adversity, accepting of differences coming up for you. We have repel or forget it, and we have strength. So there was a connection here in your recent past, surprise, that has been actually rather important. It's almost like it has taught you a lesson. All connections teach us a bloody lesson. But what I'm getting here is that it's coming. It's almost like it's allowing you to, as I said here, accept the softer side of yourself. Whether the connection was good or bad, you coming truly to accept who you are as you are. But I gotta tell you, there may be a situation here where you will feel a little bit repelled by someone here. Will feel repelled by you if you express yourself, and that can suck. Okay. This Ace of Cups can also have been something that played out in your past here, where there was a connection that you were working on yourself, you were expressing yourself here, and you managed to find yourself in a connection that repelled because you expressed who you were, and that sucks, right? You may have ran across someone here who was just far more driven by impulses rather than sensitivities, right? And that can hurt someone who's a bit sensitive. Or this may happen here. So it's a matter about learning to set up meaningful boundaries. So you understand that if someone here were to be repelled by you, or your sensitivity may not have been accepted, your love may not have been accepted. It's nothing to do with you. Right, it's just possibly poor compatibility. But we're gonna look into what it is about, okay? Show me an animal here for the recent past. Yeah, it's a little bit of a chaser. There we have the hummingbird. Thank God. All right, guys. All right. This, of course, whenever I do these readings, they are never easy. What I am seeing here, we're gonna look into something positive in a minute. I'm just gonna say what we have here in the past, present, and future. Is that there is a connection that was. It was new. It was possibly also very non-committal here, and it could actually have to do, as I said here, with the parent. But there were toxic patterns in here, right? It could even have been a parent here who didn't want to let go of someone here, and they intervened into the situation. But here we have that fuckboy, fuckgirl, right? Where were you in this situation? You were taking very quick action. Where were they? They were keeping secrets. Okay, so this was a bad connection, okay? But it's a connection that was a teacher. Why? Because it has taught you how to look out for yourself, basically. Given you strength in a certain degree, it has helped you regenerate, whatever. In all cases, I am seeing you being ready here for a new beginning. I'm also seeing you being ready just in general for new connection in your life, also connection with yourself. You see, hopefully here, the shadow. You're just very, you're driven, okay? You are driven, you want to take action, or basically in the past. But what I am seeing here is that I get as though you might have run into someone here who may have trust issues. Yes, because that's why you will repel them. They will possibly repel you if they do not like themselves and they have issues with the other sex or just people in general, right? For instance, there are people who find someone who's sensitive to be a weakness, especially if they are in a toxic or just in a state where they themselves are rejecting it. They are rejecting emotions within themselves or their soft side, so they push it away because if they don't like it in themselves, they will not like it in other people either. Right, so let's see the present here. I do see you working very hard. You are a little bit of a marshmallow here. This says marshmallow here, I like that. Althea. It's almost like, yeah, I got here Alethea. Althea, whatever. Where you, the thing is, you accept yourself and you also accept differences in others, but you gotta be careful here in terms of how much you give, right? Because the hummingbird what does it eat or drink? It's nectar. What's nectar? It's basically the Ace of Cups in this symbolic language, right? And the nectar is that love. It's basically your energy. It's basically your vitality, your water. What you need to nourish yourself, your energies. Okay, it's your energies, nutrients, whatever it is. If you give too much of yourself, you can drain yourself. It takes about how much? Think of a hummingbird. How much energy it takes on keeping itself afloat here. Show me more here in this. Present energies here is about making a final judgment call in a situation. There is confusion, which I would, especially in terms of why someone here is possibly, or something here is possibly not coming towards you. It really shows up as though your person here is not communicating with you. And you may be avoiding going inside and doing that work here on yourself sometimes. It could happen that sometimes you get bored, right? I really get here that maybe you're bored, you want to come out. It also shows up as though you are actually ready to come out here. Maybe you already done the work. I really get, for some of you are ready for that new beginning here. You made the final judgment call. Things are still hidden here. Things are not coming towards you right now because I get as though you are still, for some reason, still connected to energies that are not fit. They are disconnected emotionally. They still walk away from emotions. This is a Venus in Aquarius, by the way. That is a very difficult placement to have your Venus in. Trust me, I know. Because that means that you emotions... Venus, Aquarius is a little bit of a cold, very intellectual place, energy. And you have Venus... See, I can't even imagine having Venus somewhere else. I mean, I can't imagine not intellectualizing emotions. But it is definitely not that of it, feeling them. It's not because you're not capable of it, it's just a more detached, right? It's more detached, yeah. But that's a trait, right? It doesn't mean that you can have your Venus in any kind of placement and still have that trait. These are traits. It has a lot to do with how you deal with emotions. So what's coming up here for you? The camel, that's hard work. That's going through the desert a lot, where it is that you don't really have that emotions. I do see a very tired energy here, where it's like you don't really have full clarity, but you are moving into calmer waters. Where will you be in this connection? You will be you will be drained. And then, guys, I bloody fucking hope this is a past energy. If you do not set up those meaningful boundaries, you're drained. Consider this a warning. Why do we have parental there? Is it because some of you have been raised by your mothers to believe that you are supposed to marry into someone rich, or you're supposed to set up that image about how something here is, you're supposed to be in connections where you're taking for granted? It's just a question. Parental, another one for parental. Yeah, it has a lot here to do with actually working beyond this connection here and looking further back. All right, so past, present, future. Let's just look into something fun. If this is a new connection, let's look into something there. Let's look into it for the fun. If this is a new connection that has nothing to do with that oracle message, what do we then have? Show me a person here. The good one, just for the fun of it. They are grateful and appreciative of the small moments in life. They are thriving in the present moment. They're doing just fine, and they know their narcissism. So they have trust. Yeah. They are grateful for all that they have, included the experiences they have accumulated in life. And they are thriving, they are in a positive state, and they are able to grow because they are able to share. And why? Because they know when to walk away from idiots. Show me more about this person here. Why not? We need to start sometimes finish on a positive note. Why? Knowing that, you know what? You can also use tarot to do these fun ones. They are not always oracle. Show me more about this person. Who is this person? Show me something about their character traits. Show me something about their character traits. One more. Someone that could make your heart sing, just for some of you. Yeah, they have a lot of trust, and they are probably someone who has been through a form of a narcissistic relationship. They don't have to, but they definitely know how to work, and they have new responsibilities in life. They are not in any kind of victim mode. They are very much thriving, as I said. They are validating within themselves. They have spiritual training. They have a lot of empathy. This is basically a utopia person, by the way. So it's nice to know that for some of you, there's a person like this waiting for you. That's interesting. But they do. Should do these more often. They're fun. They're positive. I like this energy. It's almost like, oh my god, I haven't tapped in on one of these for a long time. Let's see. No. Show me more about this person. Show me more about this person. They are... Yeah, they could sometimes struggle a little bit with planning. They are... They probably get good ideas very quickly. They are Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Sometimes they are not very confident in their own ability to set goals. They could have challenges here with time management, and that can have results. Show me more about that one there. Yeah. They may not have reached all their potential to a certain degree, but if they have been in... Yeah, this... Something here about their family or something like that. They are... I guess though they probably did a lot of work here on themselves, right? So they may not have... yeah. They may not have that a lot of confidence, even though they show up as really thriving, all of that. And trust and all that. They may not be invested into situations right now where they have to give a lot of themselves. I get as though they are healing. They are not a fighter, meaning that they are... No, I don't really get as though they are a fighter per se, meaning that I don't get as though they're pushing. They actually know when to walk away from situations. That's why they're healing here. if they don't feel as though they are comfortable in an environment, they will walk away. That's because they know when they find themselves surrounded by people or situations that where things cannot grow, and where they feel as though they're being pushed, they will walk away, and they will have a fine balance here between their head and their heart, right? So that's good. Show me more about this person. We're gonna see who this person is to you, right? We're hoping that it's someone coming into your life. Why are we even doing this? It's just fun. Show me more about this person. They're very clear, they're very sharp, and sometimes they can get into their heads sometimes, right? They have something solid here coming their way, especially in terms of friendships. They are cleaning up, they're giving a little bit here. They're coming out of sorrow, they are still not really, it really get as though they are. They could be difficult to open up here, but they're very sharp. They speak truth. I still get show me more about that one. Yeah. I still get as though they're very, very quick. Why do I get that? Yeah, they can be a little chaotic. But they're very, very sharp. When things do not go in their favor, and they have the opportunity, they have the option here to stop point fingers at themselves. They can do that sometimes. If they have this, why do we have narcissism there? I guess though it may have to do with that maybe they are still not that happy or something like that. It's current energies, so yeah. But I get as though when things are not really going in their favor, they do hold that sort of to find clarity, to try the best they can to look at things from all sides of a situation here, and then make plans. And sometimes they struggle a little bit with that. Why? Because they have been put up into situations where they sometimes don't have a choice here. Something about their father. Yep, they may have like a father energy here, or very masculine energy that likes to tell them how to do things and how to plan ahead, and they are I guess though they're releasing themselves a little bit from that, but at the same time, I really guess though they're also very confident, or just fine within themselves, and they know how to handle the situation. They know when to give to that father and when not to give to that. I really guess there is a father. Or strong masculine energy in their life. They know when to walk away, but it has not always been easy. And there could still be situations where this person here can fall into the trap here of being a flying monkey, but then they kind of pull back. What is this person's connection to you? They're not coming towards you because they're focusing on being single. Right? They're not ready. What was that flying monkey about? Tension. Why are they not taking any action right now? They're growing. They're actually kind of happy within themselves. What was this reading about? Absolutely nothing. No. If you are trying to manifest a perfect counterpart, and this sounds like a perfect counterpart, expect delays. What's the point of this? God. Okay. Show me that for you. It's a connection for them. It's an enjoyment and... Right. I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I would hope to say that there's a beautiful, beautiful person here coming your way someday. And right now they are working on themselves and therefore it's not coming. I think this has a lot to do with that opportunity that's not manifesting into the 3D for some of you. I think this was a look into that person. They are appreciating the small pleasures and moments in life. They are actually very thriving. I feel as though they're breaking away from something that has a narcissistic character to it. Shows a little bit up as a family dynamic here. And they are finding happiness within themselves, and therefore they are not available right now. They have possibly new responsibilities in life. They are validating themselves. They are working on their own spirituality here. So a lot of empathy, and they are very, very, I guess so they have a lot of beauty within them, very, very pro-social, my God. But they also have that people pleaser within them. And that is what I'm getting, as though they are healing that. Because they have a tendency to attract drama queens, because of that. So now they are taking a step back here. This is possibly the connection that is not manifesting for some of you guys. It's almost like I've been picking up on this for quite some time in other collective stalkers, in other you signs and all you versus them, about someone here attracting someone in with major trust issues. But apparently this is a beautiful soul. This is going to be interesting. I'm sitting here. Should I upload it? Why not? Just take it down if you don't want to have it. So that is what I have for you guys. Take care. Ciao.